What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some UB40, and we're back with more from Labor of Love, their album of cover songs. And the next tune is called Johnny Too Bad, and the original, I think, is by the Slickers. Thank you again to Vera for this album. And yes, the Slickers, I don't know if this is another reggae group, I would not be surprised. Either way, it kind of has that sound of like a late 50s, early 60s rock and roll group. Nevertheless, Johnny Too Bad, it sounds like a nickname, and maybe one that is actually said with affection or more positively than it sounds. Maybe it is like, this is a dangerous guy and you don't want to be around him, or you're in danger if you are around him. But nevertheless, let's give it a listen. This is UB40 and their cover of Johnny Too Bad, a song originally by the Slickers.
Shooting by your too bad. You just robbing and stabbing, looting and shooting by your too bad. One of these days when you hear a voice say come, where you gonna run to? Oh, one of these days when you hear a voice say come, where you gonna run to? One of these days when you hear a voice say come, where you gonna run to? One of these days when you hear a voice say come, where you gonna run to? You're gonna run to the rock for rescue and there be no rock. You're gonna run to the rock for rescue and there be no rock. You're gonna run to the rock for rescue and there be no rock. You say that you're bad, you go on like your man, you terrorize the people and you make them sad. Boy, boy, you are the Babylon. You think that you're tough, you go on like you're rough, intimidate a man just to call him bluff. Boy, boy, you are the Babylon. You just robbing and stabbing, looting and shooting by your too bad. You just robbing and stabbing, looting and shooting by your too bad. You stop and you search and you broke in on my house. You turn it upside down like a down problem. You said open man, any way you can. You double cross the man according to God. Why, you are the Babylon. Why, you are the Babylon. You think wise, but everyone is wise, boy, boy. You are the Babylon. You gotta run, but you cannot hide, no, no. Oh no, but you cannot hide. But you cannot hide, no, no. You gotta run.
I am going to conclude that the original is also a reggae tune. So, yeah, I'm guessing the Slickers were an early reggae or maybe ska act, which is further to say, if the lyrics here are unchanged, that phrase, you are the Babylon, that's very much part of like Rasta terminology, meaning Babylon is used for all things which are wicked and corrupting and which are, which lead to downfall and they are to be opposed. So saying that someone is Babylon is like, you're all that is bad and you are a corrupting influence. And yeah, it sounds like he is really a dangerous person. He's, stabbing and robbing, looting and shooting, and causing normal or good people to feel scared, to suffer. And so, yeah, it seems like it's a condemnation. And I think there's an implication there that, like, eventually when, the universe comes for you or something like that, maybe it was the uniforms, maybe the idea of, like, police, but, where are you going to go? You've burned all your bridges, and you've upset everyone, so no one's going to give you shelter, no one's going to protect you, no one is going to save you from the fate you deserve. So it seems like a little bit of the sentiment here is like, you're going to get what's coming to you eventually, Mr. Johnny Too Bad. So yeah, it feels like this is, not an affectionate or a friendly nickname, and it's more like, this bad guy who, it does seem like there's a dichotomy, like you're smiling during the day and then you're committing crimes at night. So maybe he passes himself off as a decent person, but then, when night falls, he's got this gun in his waist and these other weapons, and again, he's stabbing, he's robbing, he's shooting, he's looting. So, yeah, again, it seems like a cautionary moral tale as well as a condemnation of someone who does not have empathy or care about others and, their right to a tranquil life and one that is not imposed upon by violent crime. So, yeah, again, given the phrasing there of the chorus, which is funny, right? Because there's like the more smooth and like bouncing reggae vocals, and then there's the vocals that were more direct and a bit, maybe not aggressive, but they were a bit more forceful. So there were like two vocal stylings along the way, and also there were two keyboard stylings. There's those kind of classic rhythmic reggae chords, but then there were these like bright electric and more like metallic than at least I've typically heard in like classic reggae keyboard lines. So there were like two layers of keyboards that were running throughout the track, and those big, again, like electric metallic lines really did stand out in a good way. I thought they had a nice sound to them. But yes, I don't tend to think of keyboards in reggae that sound like that. More like, again, the ones that kind of had this, sort of smooth toned rhythmic quality to them. That's what I think of when I say reggae keys. So yeah, that was an interesting element, and obviously some nice drum flourishes along the way. So a very cool cover. It does make me curious about the original and, how close to or different from is this relative to the original. In any case, I very much enjoyed it. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.